This is James Luxon for Slothbox. Delighted to be joined on Zoom today with Liam Paro. Liam, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. Thank you for joining me. First of all, I want to go back to your last fight, as there's been some big news about Jake Paul. You was on Jake Paul's undercard against Tyron Woodley in the rematch. It's been announced that he's fighting Tommy Fury coming up in August. First of all, just talk to me a little bit about Jake Paul, working with Jake Paul, and Jake Paul, the boxer.
Yeah, the experience was unbelievable. For my US debut, couldn't ask for a bigger, better card. So, hats off to Jake Paul. Thank him very much for that. Now, I did. I met him briefly throughout the fight week, and after the fight, I got a photo with. But he's a very down to earth guy, and he's good at what he does. He's good at selling himself, and that's what he does. And he's reaping the reward of that. So, it's good to see, and it's awesome him bringing new eyes to the sport. It's what we need to keep the sport growing. So, yeah, it's good what he's doing.
You mentioned obviously new eyes to the sport, and he's obviously very good at marketing himself. Did you find being on that card helped your profile at all?
Definitely. It was my first fight on the US soil, so it was a big coverage too. So, yeah, definitely got a lot of eyes there, and it was good for me for my profile. It was a hard fight, tough fight with two undefeated fighters, both young, up and coming. So it was a big risk for. Minimal reward, you could say, you know what I mean? Because we're both sitting high in the rankings. So, but for me, it was good. I ended up signing with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom after that. So it was, it was unbelievable. And I can't thank Jake Paul enough for giving me that opportunity to fight on his card.
You mentioned obviously Eddie Hearn signed you to Matchroom Boxing. Before I go on to that, your next fight will be your first fight under the Matchroom banner, and it'll be Matchroom Boxing's first show in Australia as well, when you're fighting Brock Jarvis. Now, how big an opportunity is that for you to not only fight in Australia, but on their first ever Matchroom Australia show?
No, it means a lot. You know what I mean? I haven't fought a domestic guy since 2018. I've been on the road fighting internationally, getting my rankings up high there. So it's going to be good to come back, fight a domestic opponent, and get some more Australian fans. Because when I get my title shot, I would love to host it in Australia. So at the moment, I've got to get out this guy out of the way, and then but it's awesome. I can't thank Eddie enough for believing in us, and exciting times ahead.
You mentioned obviously a domestic opponent for the first time in a while. Brock Jarvis, how much do you know of him? I'm sure you've seen plenty of him.
Yeah, I have. I've seen a fair bit of him. He's we know how he's going to come to fight. He's just a very one-dimensional fighter, I believe. He doesn't have no plan B, so we know exactly how to prepare for him. And look, his last fights, this is his first fight at 140. I'm world rated. I'm tested at this level, so I'm excited for this fight. I don't overlook anybody. He's going to come in fit. He's always fit. It's going to be a hard fight, so I'm excited for this one, and just to really make a dominating performance and make a real big statement, and then soak up some more Australian fans. Yeah,
absolutely. And obviously, you mentioned their signing of Eddie and Matchroom. How did that come about, and what was that like? What was the phone call, the message you got from Eddie to sign?
It was pretty much after that fight. I think that my coach, my manager, and my team was in talks with him before that fight. We had a few offers here and there, but then Eddie come back with an offer that was good, and his vision was exactly the same as ours. It was how we want to go about things. So I believe he is the biggest promoter in the world now, and he's come in and he's taken over. You know what I mean? And not just in one or two countries, he's gone worldwide. So that's with my vision, I want to be a household name around the world, and that's what Eddie Hearn's doing. So, man, when we got the call and the contract come through, it was surreal, but it's at the same time, that's where hard work gets you. So I was stoked, and just pumped me with that extra motivation too now. So it's awesome.
Absolutely. And you mentioned there, obviously, Eddie is one of, if not the biggest promoter worldwide now. Does that fill you with more confidence in your ability, the fact that he's wanted to sign you?
Definitely, and I can't thank him enough for believing in me. It's definitely a dream come true to hit that next level. We definitely need the biggest promoter in the world behind us, and we're lucky enough that he believed in us and wanted to sign me. So it's just exciting times, Ed, and I can't wait to get the first fight under the Matchroom banner.
I just want to go back a little bit now. A few years ago, you was involved in the training camp with Jeff Horn when he shocked the world when he beat Manny Pacquiao. I just want to talk a little bit about that, the working with Jeff Horn, and obviously the outcome of that fight being such a shock because he was a massive underdog. What was it like being part of that build-up?
Mate, it was unbelievable. I think that was back in 2016 or 17 or something like that. So I was very, very green in my professional career. And they asked us to come along, and I was his main sparring partner for Pacquiao, and then they asked me again for the Crawford fight. So it was good. It was motivating. It was it just showed me, like, I can get to that level back then. So it just it made my vision a lot clearer of where I want to be. And I knew it was only an arm's reach. It was up to me to get there. So we're getting close, and hopefully my turn next.
With the likes of, obviously, Jeff Horn a few years back, and now see George Kambosis and the Maloney twins, boxing in Australia is certainly on the rise again. Do you feel you've come into the sport at the perfect time?
Definitely. There's a huge wave of Australian fighters, and it's not just, we used to be known as tough fighters. Now we've got the skill, and we're matching it with the best. We've got a lot of world-rated fighters from Australia, so it's exciting for Australia, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. You know what I mean? It's so good, and I can't wait till we're all dominating. So very exciting times ahead, and it's exactly what we need to make boxing a first-tier sport in Australia.
How big could boxing be in Australia in terms of a household sport?
Look, it's they're big footy fans in Australia, so it has to be. I don't ever think it'll overtake that, but with the skill and the talent we've got through now, and Matchroom coming into Australia, it's going to definitely spark some more excitement for everyone around here. So it's exciting, and I really hope it just keeps building the way it is. I'd love to see it just keep getting bigger and bigger, and we've got a lot more skillful fighters coming through, so it's very good for the future.
Definitely. Obviously, you spoke a bit about your future and your determination to get to the top. There's been a bit of a back and forth on social media between yourself and Jose Ramirez's manager, Rick Mirrigan.
Yeah.
There's a fight that's been talked about a little bit as well, you and Jose Ramirez, for a potential vacant world title. Just first of all, on that fight, and Ramirez as a fighter himself, what are your thoughts and opinions on it?
No, it's 100%. I want the best guys at 140, and he's one of the best. He's proven it. So, if that fight, we shared a few words over Twitter and stuff. So I've got to handle business first. September's where my mind is at the moment. And for the record, there was never anything sent through on our end. So there's no contract. So, I'm not scared of no man. I just want to fight the best. I want to test myself. That's what it's all about. And we're sitting in number one. We're sitting pretty there too. So by rights, I didn't have to take this fight, but I love fighting so much. So, I want to go back there and rake in a lot more Australian fans. And then, look, God willing, I take care of business very well September, and then we can get Ramirez over to Australia.
In your opinion, what are your thoughts towards the whole social media back and forth? Do you read much into that? Do you enjoy that side of it? Does it make your profile bigger and better?
Yeah, look, it's the way the world is now. You know what I mean? If I didn't have to have social media, I definitely wouldn't. But it's the way the world is. It's proven. A lot of this is about social media now, so you got to keep relevant on there. And it is what it is. I'm only new to Twitter too, but it's just a trolling site. So, I'm starting to get the hang of it, and, just joining in the way it is. So, if that's the way you're going to make fights, let it be. You know what I mean? It's, like I said, it's the way of the world. So you can't really change that. You just got to ride with it and, adapt to it.
Absolutely. And just the last couple of things. So, obviously, you're a stone's throw away from a world title. You're very, very highly ranked. You probably are next in line for that world title. Now, why take this fight? You mentioned you didn't need to take this fight. It's a low, pitch a high risk, low reward type of fight for yourself.
Definitely,
really.
100% it is, yeah. But
why take
look,
that fight? Why gamble?
I just love fighting. You know what I mean? I got to stay busy too. I got to get back in the ring. I haven't fought since December. I like to have 2 to 3 fights a year. So it's already now going to be September by the time I jump back in there. So I need to just keep ticking over. I know that's exactly what you said. It's very high risk, low reward for me. And on the other guy, he's got everything to win, nothing to lose. But I think it is what it is. I just got to keep fighting. I got to keep busy. Got to stay in the gym. Got to keep, it is what it is. Like at the end of that, I just love fighting. So I need to get back in there, and they chase this fight. So if there's a guy confident to take me down, I'm going to be confident to shut him down. So that's what we're going to do in this situation.
And the last question from me, for those who may have not seen you fight previously, what can I expect from you? What's your style? What do you like to do in the ring?
Man, I'm a good boxer. You know what I mean? I've got good skill. My last fight was a good hard fight against a high ranked opponent too. But I just do what I have to do to win in there. I'm a good, clean boxer most of the time. So, but if I have to get down and fight, I'll do that too. So this guy's a very push forward fighter. So if they're going to expect us to box and move. But look, if he wants to stand in the pocket and trade, I'm a legitimate 140 pound. I don't think he's going to be able to handle my power. So, it's good to watch me fight.
Absolutely. Well, Liam, I look forward to the journey. Look forward to the world title shots that are going to be soon coming, and all the best for this coming fight as well.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Thanks for joining me again.
Cheers, mate.